Okay, so I'm rolling Log.004. I'm going to keep this quick. I got a few things to cover. First is I was reading this book last night. Truth be told, only about 10 minutes or so before I fell asleep, but something I thought was kind of cool. I will share it with you. Song going to be playing in the background is The Traveling Symphony by Safk. So let me show you this book. This is Human Spatial Memory, edited by Gary Allen. The chapter is Chapter 11, Spatial Memory of Real Environments, Virtual Environments, and Maps by Daniel Montello, David Waller, Mary Hagarty, Anthony Richardson. The quote here is on page 252, and they're talking about how spatial knowledge is acquired through both indirect and direct means. And they talk about how direct is spatial knowledge directly via sensory motor experience in that environment. So the way that I read that is if you're walking along and you're looking at a building, you kind of learn about where that building is placed. And then other sources may be termed indirect or symbolic or mediated. So I guess that means if you're looking at a map of a space, the knowledge that you glean is different than actually being in the space looking at the space. So I mean, I guess that's pretty obvious, but that's just a little momentary takeaway that I wanted to share. The next thing is I wanted to talk about my video workflow here, and you can see in OBS I got this little white circle, and that was from setting up in Photoshop a mask. So you can see the background is transparent, and then I have this white circle, and that was how that was set up. Another thing I did was I set up the volume maximum limiter with this mic rather than my fancy studio mic here, just so I don't have to edit these videos after in Adobe Premiere. I just one and done, upload it. It'll be kind of rough, but I hope that helps me crank these videos out faster and not worry so much about production value and really focus on the actual knowledge. Finally, I wanted to learn character animation in the Unreal Engine for years, and you'll remember that in, what was it, Log.004, I talked about hiring some freelancers on Reddit, and I'm still waiting on them. This stuff is so hard. You can see here that the default character can run and jump, and that is about it. And yet there are hundreds of characters you can get, animations, but notice how complicated it is. The documentation here, starting with the skeletal mesh animation system, you can go so deep into this. So my plan is to learn this and share it with YouTube, hoping to help other people like me. It's gonna come in handy for my research anyway, in terms of first third-person cameras. And you can see here, if we go to YouTube and look for character animation, Unreal, there are 101 videos of people who are trying to teach it, but it is just incredibly difficult. So yeah, that is the plan. So there we go, Research Log 004, book knowledge, workflows for these videos, and gonna start hitting the Unreal Engine documentation really carefully here. Okay, ciao.